Hi everyone. I was sort of in my local shop and I came across this sort of bonsai tree, and it was in one of them sort of bargain bins you sort of come across when you go into shops. And I thought to myself that I always wanted to grow a bonsai tree, but they've always been either quite expensive to buy, because it came with a nice little stand, as you can see over there. And I thought to myself, well, I've never actually grown a bonsai tree before, and I know I don't actually know much about bonsai trees. I thought to myself, well, I'm going to give it a go of growing my own bonsai. Now, I'm going to probably make mistakes, and this is not a tutorial, it's just my sort of account of how I grew a bonsai tree. Now, I'll probably do things wrong, and probably a lot of you will say that I'm doing things wrong, and it's all about learning. So what I did first was sort of, if you notice below now, it's quite clean at the bottom. Before I cleaned it all up, there was all sort of weeds growing out of the bonsai area. So what I did, I sort of used my mother's clippers, just normal set of sort of what my mother used to pluck her eyebrows, and I sort of just, it's an old one as well, so don't actually, my mother actually gave me this, if you want to know. And what I did, I just sort of was putting my tweezers into the sort of, there's like little weeds growing out. Also as well, all the old leaves that fell onto this sort of the soil, I sort of cleaned up. So that's what I did at the moment. I paid, it was just about 99p altogether for the bonsai tree, and I thought that was quite good because it came in a cool little bag as well. And I thought, oh, that's quite sort of interesting. It was in the bargain sort of bin in my local shop, and I thought, oh, I'll buy it. And the name of this bonsai tree I got is a BONSAI CARMONA. It's a Carmona bonsai tree. Now, I've got like directions on the back, which it says below that you got to keep it in sort of a temperature of 15 to 25 Celsius. I'm not actually sure what our logo is. I think don't eat the leaves, and I think water, and it's got to be sort of half sunny and half sort of not so sunny. So yeah, and this is my sort of first account. What I've also ordered off eBay. I'm not actually doing trimming at the moment, but I have actually ordered a pair of bonsai scissors off the internet, and they're coming in the post before long. And what I also read on the internet, I don't know if it's true, it shows that leave your bonsai tree for 2 weeks in a spot before you clip any of the leaves. I don't know if that's actually true or whatever, but apparently the bonsai trees are supposed to be very sort of, they don't like being moved around a lot, so that can cause a lot of problems. Watering as well, what I've actually found out on the internet, well, apparently if you use a spray gun, I don't got one of them yet, but I will get one before long. If you use a spray gun on it, don't make sure no water actually goes onto the soil, because sometimes people spray the guns, spray onto the bonsai tree, and what tends to happen is that water drips down off the leaves and then onto the sort of soil, and it looks like it's actually been watered, but if you go a few inches down into the bonsai, that the bottom of the bonsai is quite dry. So that's the thing, that's why people tend to do that. You're supposed to put your hand perhaps under it and then just squirt the bonsai tree. Apparently I'm supposed to spray it twice a week and feed it when it's needed to be fed, and I'm not supposed to have too much water into the soil. So that's about it really at the moment. This is part 1. I'll probably make another part to it in about 2 weeks time when I get all the other sort of bits and bobs. So thank you for watching.